Tina in Mass, you're on the air. Thanks for holding.
Hi, Alex.
Hi.
I'm just going to follow up on what that man said, but it has nothing to do with water. It has to do with soy. I have a personal story about that. My son was going into special ed services since the time he was 3 years old up until, well, now he's 8 years old. And the problem was he had trouble with short-term memory and the ability for speech and language. And I did a lot of research and found that soy was one of the culprits in his life, and I don't know if it was GMO soy or what, but as a baby, he got a lot of soy in his formula because my husband was vegan, we were trying to live vegetarian.
Yeah, no. Look, all these vegans, a lot of them are basically killing their kids. In fact, all the time, just giving them soy. They have to have fatty acids. They have to have the stuff that comes from fish or the stuff that comes right out of your milk. And
yeah, well, we've totally gone off the vegan diet. We're more choosy about the vegetables and stuff that we eat.
Well, stay there. I'm going to hold you over. I want to hear this story because here's the bottom line. The brain is 70% water, and then it's about 28% cholesterol and 2% sugar. It is a oil computer. It's oil. It's cholesterol. Like when people are having seizures, one of the biggest treatments now is giving them a wide-spectrum fats. Why do you think the government says eat low fat, folks? I've got their studies on that. Your brain doesn't work without it. Fat is brain food. We'll be right back. Yeah, babies drink milk, mammals drink milk, and it's full of fat, and that's needed for brain growth. So going back to Tina, glad you found out about this. So you got your son off of the soy. What happened?
Well, it was about a year ago when we discovered the problem with the food, and I took him off the soy, and I started giving him fish pills, the DHA, omega-3 fish pills. Mm-hmm. And it took a long time, but now he's doing so much better. He has to learn how to remember things now in a new way. But he's doing so much better in school, and the teachers just are, they're really impressed with his turnaround.
And now it's your job to warn all these other vegans who mean well. It happens all the time that they don't breastfeed. And they don't eat any fatty because, most of these plants don't have the fats you need. They have nothing but protein. The soy basically has no fat. And then their poor little brains can't grow because they're not getting it, and nobody's telling them that.
Well, that's part of the problem. And also, I was eating a lot of the soy products, too, and everybody was. But my husband and I realized once we stopped using the soy, we had a constant brain fog. And then after a couple of months, our brain fog lifted, and we could think a little clearer. So it really impacted our ability to think and remember and recall things. I'm not 100% better, in my opinion, but I'm doing a lot better than I was before. And
also, a lot of these companies take the whole soybean and then grind up the core as well, and that is basically pure plant estrogen.
Yeah.
And so that totally whacks you out as well. Yeah, no, soy is just, and it's a filler and everything, and it's bad news.
It's just about in everything. So I try to avoid anything with it as soy flour, even the soy lecithin. I just try to avoid it as much as possible.